Hi, I'm Bethany Burton.
And I'm Melanie Brooks.
And we're here to talk to you and pitch the idea of GoPlay. GoPlay is an app that UWL students can download and find games near or on campus, such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and whatever else you can think of, just pickup games. So a lot of people on UWL campus, especially students, they don't have the time commitment or the money commitment to join an intramural league or be on the UWL sports leagues. So we think that pickup games would be a great idea in the area, as we think a lot of people would benefit from it.
Yeah, so we would start out at UWL specifically with rec sports because their mission statement is to maintain a healthy and active lifestyle. So the app would work by someone creating a game at a certain location at a certain time, and then other people can join their game. Or anyone can create a game and then anyone can join a game too. And the games take place in public places on or around campus, and they're sorted by a type of sport to make it easier to filter through and see what you want to join and when you want to join it.
And to go along with that, you can either have games currently at the time that you're currently look to play, or you can look in advance and filter maybe today, like, in a few hours what's going on. So you can either find games in a few hours or right now, or you can create games. Maybe if you know at 3 p.m. you're going to go start a pickup basketball game, you can create that game, and it's visual for all the public UWL students to see. So as Mel mentioned, the REC's mission statement is to create a healthy and active lifestyle. So we think that the REC would be the ones, and especially to start, they'd be a good supporter of this, and they would be the ones funding it. As you know, students, a lot of their tuition already goes to a fee to the REC, and just so we can use their utilities and the facilities there. So we think that the REC should fund this app, and maybe eventually later on, we can do sponsorships. So local community centers or sports teams or clothing shops can end up marketing on this app that goes to all UWL students. But for now, we think it would just be a great benefit for the UW Cross REC to utilize. Because I think that's the best bet, because they already get tuition money from students, so hopefully it wouldn't be too much. We would have to hire an app developer, and then obviously have enough people download it and marketing strategies out there. But to get the money and to market, we think the UWL REC would be a great sponsor and way to start this app.
Yeah, and we've already done some research on physical health and social interactions and the benefits of both of those that they have on young people, specifically college students for us. And we found that both of those things improve mental health and, in turn, grades and your physical health, too. So it has a lot of benefits, especially physical activity has a lot of benefits on your overall well-being.
And we do understand that there is already, the UWL REC, and there is intramurals and things like that, but we think this will be a little bit different because, as I mentioned before, there's a time commitment and money commitment for all those things, and the UWL REC, you don't get outside. You don't really get to the socializing as you would as you're playing on a team. So to further along with the research that Mel was just talking about, we're also we are planning on doing research on how many college kids did high school sports that maybe now don't do sports, just so we get an idea of how popular, basketball is or soccer is, because obviously these people already know how to play these games, and they obviously love playing them if they've played them for, 4 to 8 years, but there's maybe not a platform that they can play them. So we're going to do research on just high school sports and seeing the demand for that somewhere. And we're going to do data on how many people utilize the UWL REC and their facilities and their funds, because this wouldn't necessarily be part of the facility. The app would be part of the facility and something for students to use, but it wouldn't be at the REC. So we think that would expand the UWL REC's just reputation, and it wouldn't just be stuck in the REC, in the weight room, or where you're doing cardio. It can expand that, and so it's a super cool opportunity to just grow as a community. So we're going to do a little bit more research on that, on how many students utilize it and how many students would utilize it. So we're going to throw out some surveys to people our age, college kids, and just see what the demand for that is. And then we're obviously going to do data on finances with students, because UWL intramurals do cost money, sports leagues do cost money, and see if these things didn't cost money, if they would do it and whatnot, which is why we think pickup games would be a great opportunity, and just how UWL students prioritize their time throughout the day. It is really hard sometimes to get out there, and if you know you have to be somewhere at 10 p.m. one night for intramural, it's kind of hard, but pickup games, you can be anytime, like today at 1:30 or 1 or whatever, and they can be kind of continuously going just when people want to do them. So we think that interviewing and just doing some research on how students prioritize their day and how much free time they'd have, and popular times that this app might be used would be some good research to do too. So there is a lot of research to do, but we already have done quite a bit, and we know this would be a good idea, and we know that the UWL rec could utilize it, and students would definitely use it.
Mm-hmm.
We also know there's definitely some benefits to getting out, staying active, socializing with other people, just being on a team is a whole different type of interaction than in classes, and just we think that this GoPlay would be a great idea.